Hello, welcome back to I Got Board Game. This is Ben, and today I am doing an unboxing for all of you of Bullet Heart. I think that's the technical name of the game because they're also doing an expansion called Bullet Orange, which will have like an orange slice, and they're working on Bullet Star apparently. But I'll just be calling it Bullet moving forward. Bullet is by Level 99 Games, which have done other games we might have mentioned before, like Exceed, BattleCon, Pixel Tactics, other games that we might have mentioned. And they're really known for doing this kind of anime style, producing games with very interesting mechanics, and then also a lot of content in their box, like a lot of replayability for the value, the amount that you're paying. And so this is when I backed on Kickstarter back then, probably about a year ago now, I would guess. And I received it recently, maybe actually a few weeks ago, but just haven't had the time to open it. Once I took it out of the packaging, I was so amazed at how pretty it looks. This is clearly the deluxe edition also, which was specifically from Kickstarter, but if you go onto their website, Level 99 Games, I think they're still selling extra copies of the deluxe version that they have, which is essentially this game with nicer components. And so you can see some of the art for some of the characters. For this game, it's called a shoot 'em up puzzle action game. And it's a real-time player versus player game, which also has a cooperative mode, but I think it's primarily player versus player. And it's basically supposed to emulate the kind of video games called shoot 'em ups. I think that's what it's called. For those of you who know video games, might know of this. Yeah, shoot 'em up puzzle action game. You guys might know of this category of games, which I think is often kind of a Japanese style video game where your character is kind of shooting, like 2D game where you're shooting bullets at each other, kind of like those older games called like bullet hell games, I believe, where it's like a 2D shooter. You're in a plane and you're kind of just at the bottom of the screen shooting upward at things coming and dodging bullets. Where I believe shoot 'em up games, I haven't played them, but it might be its own category where it's more player versus player shooting tons of bullets at each other. But anyways, gonna do an unboxing to show you what this comes with. So let's open this up. And as you can see already, it has this nice colorful anime style to it, which is characteristic of Level 99 Games, which I really like. I think this is so pretty looking. And in Bullet, you're basically, in this base set, you have 8 characters. They're all female. And you're going to be choosing one of them at the beginning and getting their own special ability, player board, actions. So you have this thank you. Oh, fancy. Thank you envelope from Level 99 Games. Let's see what it's like inside. Hey, you. And so a thank you note from the lead designer, Joshua Van Laningham. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. I'll read this a little after this, but oh, there's something else in here. Interesting. This signed piece of paper. Maybe it's used for something online with Level 99 Games, or maybe it's just the creator's signature. But yes, I will read this note on my own after this recording. You have the rule book. Very pretty. You can see some of the character styles. And so in this game, yeah, it's basically emulating that shoot 'em up style with these different colored and numbered tokens, which you'll see as I pull them out of the box too, which you'll be adding to your own player bag. And then the game has like a real-time element to it. And I think you'll be setting a timer, and then players will be pulling bullets one at a time from their own bag and putting it on their player board, kind of representing the bullets coming at them. And they need to find ways to clear those bullets off before they actually hit the player. Oh, and you have backgrounds on all the characters. There's like conductor character, this leader of a triangle-based cult. This kind of, it seems like a Russian character who has gravity manipulation powers. Chinese lady. Person who does stuff with paper, like crazy paper manipulation, origami stuff. Mafia character, gangster, yakuza person. A hitwoman, assassin, and a Korean person who loves to scare people and play pranks. Yeah, hopefully you can see some of this art and the colors to it. So yeah, that's the rule book. Have a quick setup guide, I guess, setting up, getting your heroine ready, and then basic ideas of playing, like placing bullets, taking actions to fit certain patterns each characters have, because each character has their own deck of patterns that once they get bullets into certain positions on their own board, it allows them to clear out other bullets. So that's a faster way to try to clear your bullets off. And you want to do it before bullets come down and hit you. You want to be the last one standing. An ad for the other games, yeah, it's like Exceed and Pixel Tactics, which I mentioned. And Imperial, which is like a train game set in the BattleCon universe. That's actually on Kickstarter right now. And then you have the punch outs of all the bullets with different numbers, basically meaning how fast they're coming at the player when you draw them. So that's how far they move down the track. And actually, yeah, let me open this to show you a bit more. So you have the token sheet for bullets, red, blue, green, yellow, pink. Those are the 5 colors of the bullets. And you have these tiles, which are power-ups, which can give you, I think there's a certain way to get these between rounds. So they give you more actions. So you can spend, like, I think it's called AP, like action points you get at the start of each round, to then do these during the round to do whatever ability are on these ability tiles that you might have collected and added to your own player board. So number of those. And the intensity track, which is, I think between each round, it'll move up. And that's basically how many more bullets you need to add to your bag before the next round starts. Kind of like setting up again for the next round. And so more than just adding these though, since it's a player versus player game, as you're clearing bullets off your board, they go to the opponent. So the more you can clear off, the more you're sending to your opponent. And then everyone is still adding a certain amount to their own bag before each round. So that's kind of how it has that attacking, getting at each other element of the game. And then you have all the character boards, and I think the kind of generic bullet tracks. So let's open this. So yeah, so you have, let's see, I think these first ones are all the characters. So let me put these on the side. So yeah, you can see them, and they all have their own life points and their own special ability. So you'll choose one of these heroes at the start, so you'll play as them. Esphere, Mario Martin, Ling Ling Xiao, Yeonja Kim, Senka Kasun, Rie Akagi. So they all have pretty different powers related to their power as described in their character bio. And then you also have each character's, like these are also by character also, so their names are at the bottom. So you'll, when you choose the character, you also take this board, their incoming board. And so these will have their kind of other abilities, not their special ability, but they're still somewhat unique to each character of these actions, like I mentioned, that you can take by spending the AP points in the corner and then doing what it says, different ways to maybe get new patterns to fulfill from your own deck or moving bullets around in your own grid. So yeah, everyone has their own incoming board also. And so then the board I've been mentioning is this current board. Current. So these are where the bullets get placed. You know, if you draw like a 1 red, it'll go into, from the top, you count 1 down and put it in the red column. If you draw a 2 red after that, you're basically only counting open spaces. So if you had a bullet here already, you wouldn't count that. You'd count 1, 2 and put it here. And so the red 2 would go here. And basically the idea is if the bullet ever reaches the bottom, it'll move to the left onto your character board and do a damage to them, to you. And so, but then the idea is also using your incoming board that I just showed you, you'll do abilities on that to move bullets around in this board on this grid to get them into certain spots you might want them in to fulfill a pattern card you have. And then you have a big white generic bag. I think this is to hold all the bullets, like the supply of bullets that players will draw from to add to their bag between rounds. You have these slightly smaller black bags, which are nice feeling. Like they're not just like paper bags, but they have this drawstring on it. But yeah, each player will get one of these for to put their own bullets in, right? The ones that they're going to be drawing from during the round. So each player gets one of these. And then I think the main component upgrade I mentioned with this deluxe edition are these bullets. Ooh, they're all individually packed too. These, which have the same bullet symbol and color on it, number and color, but these are, I think, thick wooden tokens versus punch out cardboard ones. So let's open this and see what these feel like. Ooh, nice. These light, I think this is still wood though, but it's very light. But it has like the bullet color and number and symbol printed on them. And so, yeah, you can see all of these, the blue bullets, pink ones, red, green, a bunch of these nice wooden ones, which are, I believe, would be much easier to grab out of your bag and to move around on your board versus flat cardboard punch out tokens. So yeah, I really wanted this upgrade for this game when I backed it on Kickstarter. So this is very nice. And then there are these black tokens, which I think these might relate to the co-op mode where there's are certain bosses you can fight, like with their own boards. And actually, let me see. Yes, I think the bosses were on the other side of the character board. So let me go back to that briefly just to show you. So you could play as her, or you could do a co-op mode or solo mode against the boss, which is their other side, the Yakuza, or the Balk, or Hell on Wheels, Ghost in the Machine, Mecha Mary, like a paper giant robot. The Fanged Sun. Fugue in D minor. And 3, That Which Points. The Triangle Cult. And so, yeah, so those are the boss sides. And I'm guessing that's what these black tokens are used for if certain bosses require whatever special tokens for them. And then lastly, we have, you can see boss patterns. So the bosses have some, randomized pattern that they're also needing us to fulfill, or we get penalized. I believe that's how that works. And so you can see kind of how a pattern looks like. You'll need 3 any color bullets in a column. And then once you do, I think you can destroy the 3 bullets above those 3. So that's what happens when you fulfill a pattern. So yeah, I'll just open this briefly because I think this is the boss pattern cards, but then also like individual character decks, which then, like I mentioned, have their own patterns that they can fulfill. So let's see. So these are boss patterns until here. So yeah, so then you have, I think it's Youngja Kim. Is that her name? So yeah, so she has this deck of pattern cards specific to the character, which then the player will try to draw during the round, try to fulfill to get rid of bullets in a faster way, basically by fulfilling patterns. But then these are also unique to each player, each character, because they play off of what that character is trying to do. Such as, like, some of these might require certain numbered bullets in certain positions. I believe the conductor character wants certain colors in certain positions because her power has to do with making bullets into wild colors to help her fulfill patterns. So they're all more different than I thought they would be. I thought the game might be pretty, like, all the characters would be generic. But after watching a few playthrough videos, I was really impressed at how different the characters seem. And I'm having trouble opening this last pack, so let me just try to get it real quickly. So you have Rie Akagi's patterns. And then, I mean, I'm not gonna show through all of them, but you can just see each character has their own deck of pattern cards. And then it looks like there are some reference cards for all the players. So that's nice. I always like a good simple reference card showing you the different phases and how to read the symbols, basically the different bullets and what these symbols mean when you see them on your pattern cards. So yeah, very nice. And I guess lastly, one thing I just saw, this says poster and close. This might have been with just the deluxe version, I'm guessing. Okay, a poster under there. So let's just actually open this and just take a look at this poster. Let's see if I can get it here. Ooh, yeah, this is one of the pieces of artwork I've seen during the campaign. I'll have to plan this out later, but you can kind of see how this is just a simple poster, but part of that really nice art style and coloring that the game has. I think this is, what's her name? Senka and Mariel. Okay, so I'll put this on the side for now. But yes, that was an unboxing of Bullet Hearts Deluxe Edition. If you found this helpful, interesting, I hope you'll share this video with friends, family, people you play board games with. Please consider subscribing to this channel and following us on Instagram at I Got Board Game. And until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.